So Kuwait and other countries in the region, they want to have a place in the world economy. And we know that the main skill needed is that our human resources to know how to code. Because coding is a critical skill needed for any society to succeed. If you want to get the numbers, in the next 3 years, there will be more than 1.4 million programming jobs and only 400,000 programmers to do these jobs. And we are starting with the young population of Kuwait, which are the kids. And they are estimated around 25% of population. And the main skill we want them to learn is coding. Because coding is used everywhere nowadays in manufacturing, control interfaces, and factories. To achieve our goal, let me introduce to you Drag and Drop Playground. It is a complete system that contains two parts. The first part is the hardware, where kids can build their own robot any way they like. The second is the application, where we introduce to them the logic of programming, and we make it interactive, so when the child goes in and decides to move a robot, he will drag a pre-programmed line of code in a form of block and drop it in the playground. Once he clicks start, the robot should move. And we are going to show what the robot sees and senses in the application through the real-time connection between the application and the robot. There are extra features, like we are going to show them their code, simulated through the animation, and let them control their own robot. To use Drag and Drop Playground, you need to do 3 simple steps. You need to build your robot, code it through the application, then interact with it. So our target customers are parents, schools, and coding clubs. We will start from Kuwait to the Middle East, and after that to the world. There are competitors like Scratch and Mindstorms, but Drag and Drop Playground contains both of their features, the animation in Scratch and robotics in the Mindstorms. In addition, the real-time connection between the application and the robot. So our revenue streams are people buying our kit, advanced, and the basic. Also, they can buy the drone kit and the sensors. This is a 1-year plan. We will start selling at the 3rd month. The cost for the whole year is $130. Thank you. My name is Salman Naif Ahmed. We are Sahatech.
I butchered them before.
Sure. So thank you for making simple slides. I really appreciate it. You had 1 point per slide for the most part, and it was easy to follow, and I had the benefit of seeing you earlier as well. Mm-hmm. I guess the question is that I'd have is, with your, do you have revenue today or some validation at all?
What?
Do you have revenue? Do you have customers today?
No.
Okay, so what's the pathway to customers? So you said at the 3rd month, so we don't know where you are today in that string, right? You said in the 3rd month you will begin having sales.
Exactly.
We don't know if you're in the 4th month or the 5th month or the 6th month. So
no, actually we are in the 0 month.
You're in, okay. So this is an idea.
Yes.
Yeah. And so how? What is the pathway? How will you acquire customers?
First of all, we will start into the manufacturing for the prototype, and after that, we will start marketing.
Yep.
For the like in the social medias and like there were non-profit events and face-to-face sales.
So if I can repeat, what you're going to do first is produce a certain number of kits, mm-hmm. right? And then you're going to take them out and see if people will buy them.
Yeah. First of all, we will see how they will like pre-order the product.
Okay.
Yes, and we will see the amount of the pre-orders, mm-hmm. and we will manufacture like a delivery in the 1 month or something. So
but we don't have that. So are you crowdfunding? So we should see your sort of go-to-market strategy because you want us to have confidence in that you sort of what you're going to do. So the idea being you're not going to spend money. You might do some design work and some marketing work. You'll make a pretty representation. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, you're not going to go and produce a number of kits until you have a certain number of sales. We didn't necessarily see that. So essentially, how are you going to gain traction? And so to say I'm going to have pre-sales, or crowdfunding or whatever the method is, but we should see how you're going to market. That would be probably helpful. And that's a visual example. If you have a toolbox from Sears, no, but if you have a representation of what you're doing, yeah, the visual is huge, for sure. So does that make sense? Tell us how you're going to get customers.
I mean, in the slides, when you add, show the path to acquire people. We're going to be visiting schools. We're going to be creating...
Or pre-sales. How are you going to create pre-sales?
This is our landing page. We opened up a social media campaign. We're paying currently very minimum amounts to attract traction. We build a YouTube video to show kids playing with our prototype.
And we get 100 sales, or when after 1 month we'll produce?
No. First of all, we went to schools. And
All right, you don't need to answer. I mean, just...
Okay, so about
Inshallah tomorrow,
okay,
yes.
okay.
Include this information in the slides.
Yeah.
We discussed before, you had the points. To me, this has to have a differentiation point between everything else. And every year in Startup Istanbul and many other competitions, we see hardware, software mixes trying to teach kids how to code. It's perfect, it's fine. It could be a long tail market when there's good market for everybody, but you need to be specialized. You need to focus on getting the first 1,000 orders, 2,000 orders, scaling it up. And as I said, this is also very important, which I'm happy to remember. What is the slide that they have completely forgotten, and that's very crucial?
Call to action.
Call to action, yes. What else? What else? Something very, 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 very important. That's a cardinal sin, yani. Team. Yes. Yes. Do not forget a slide that mentions the real people behind this whole effort. Because who am I going to trust? Salman and his team members, which are not represented in the slides, which means they are not here. I don't know them. I don't trust them. If I don't know you, if I don't know your background, nice, good job, well done. Yalla. You need to give a good team slide to trust you more. Okay, being a tough, do you really, is that a question or is it a comment? You're going to tell him you like the slides. Curiosity. Huh? It's curiosity. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Huh? See, that's why I brought it.
It's a prototype.
It's very secret now. They're afraid to show their prototype because it tingles like this. But that's actually what it should do. This is a really good prototype. If you connect, I'm sure it works. I can't function it. But this is how it will look like. Your kid will be able to do this. And you hide it out so people are curious. That's why I try to help him, to show him that there's something, and that's why I let the question to happen, which was the last question because I'm really tired. And you are more tired than I am. Thank you so much. Salman, thank you so much. Let's get this up. Well, my friend, thank you so much. That was a pleasure.